That's it. Walk around.
That's it, wander around Pop amid the videos of his most recent sparring sessions and training in order to be ready for his fight with Jake Paul. New sparring footage of Mike Tyson has been leaked. It's not only special because he was in his prime, but it was more special because it was a sparring session with his idol Muhammad Ali. It's footage no one saw coming July 20th. Might mean many things to many people, but to the hardcore boxing fans, it's the remarkable day that the baddest man on the planet, Iron Mike Tyson, makes a graceful return to the boxing ring. Once more, the boxing world gets to see the former undisputed world heavyweight champion get into the ring against Jake Paul, the problem child after 19 years of being away. There was an exhibition bout in 2020, though, where Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. fought it out to a draw. But this time around, though still called an exhibition match, would have entirely different rules from exhibition bouts with Mike Tyson, really set to take on Jake Paul in what would almost be a professional bout expectedly. The man who had all knockout wins in his first 19 bouts, including 12 first-round knockout wins, has been making the headlines for several reasons, ranging from his intense training sessions to interviews to stern warnings for Jake Paul, and even some promotional works. However, this time Mike Tyson has made headlines for the rediscovery of footage that contains more than just a sparring session, but one of boxing's most treasurable moments. It was the kind of footage that be placed gallantly on a trophy cabinet in a museum, as it's truly worth every honor. It gets who would have won if you fought this man in your applause. The training videos and footage of Mike Tyson, particularly the ones that contrasted his workouts with Jake Paul's, have been making the rounds lately. Prime the master, I wasn't that powerful. I was so fast. If he struck me. Mike Tyson is typically spotted with Rafael Cordo, his trainer. When Tyson prepares for his occasional fight against Jake Paul, Rafael Cordo has been everything but a boxing ring. Rafael Cordo has been spotted holding a punching pad and taking blows to his body while wearing a punch jacket. More significantly, though, he has been seen repeatedly instructing Mike Tyson and encouraging him when necessary. This video has been making the rounds since one of Mike Tyson's old sparring videos where he sparred against his idol and inspiration was leaked. In the sparring footage with Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali was seen punching and dodging the boxing legend, and his performance and sparring were absolutely excellent. While many may be questioning why the greatest heavyweight boxer of all time had to wear a helmet during the sparring session, let's take a moment to consider this. Muhammad Ali, on the other hand, was wearing a headgear. Applause. This is not an odd relationship between one of Muhammad Ali's best proteges and himself. Iron Mike Tyson, there is a significant 24-year age gap. On January 17, 1942, Muhammad Ali was born, while Iron, even though Mike Tyson became the youngest heavyweight boxer to win a world heavyweight championship at the age of 24 months and 22 days. He was born on June 30, 1966. Muhammad Ali was far from retired when that occurred. On July 27, 1979, after defeating Leon Spinks in rematch, Ali declared he was quitting boxing. His retirement was short-lived, though, as he later announced his return to challenge Larry Holmes for the World Boxing Council belt in an attempt to win the heavyweight championship for an unprecedented fourth time. The fight was primarily prompted by Ali's financial difficulties, according to boxing writer Richie Jetty. Ali began experiencing vocal stutters and trembling hands at this time. Turnovers show this watch to Muhammad. Watch me, ma'am Muhammad. Watch the Nevada Athletic Commission and the Myatt Watch before allowing him to fight again. NAC demanded that he undergo a thorough physical examination in Las Vegas. Instead, Ali decided to visit the Mayo Clinic, which determined that he was well enough to fight. On July 31, 1980, the NAC agreed. Ali's comeback to the ring on October 2, 1980, to face Holmes at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas cleared the path for Ali's reappearance. The only time Ali ever lost by stoppage was when Holmes, also known as the Easton Assassin, entered the ring and told the referee to end the bout. Holmes was easily defeated by Holmes, and after the fight, Ali was given painkillers and antidepressants against World Boxing Council regulations that forbade the administration of post-fight year analysis. The fight was described by Jetty as the worst sports event he had ever had to cover. He remarked, "If you love me, why did you beat me up?" and added, "Don't let this man tell me I still love you." Despite appeals to finally retire, the men's battle is alleged to have contributed to Ali's Parkinson's syndrome, according to actor Sylvester Stallone, who saw the fight from the stands and described it as like watching an autopsy on a man who was still alive. On December 11, 1981, in Nassau, Bahamas, Ali engaged in his final fight, losing to Trevor Berbick via 10-round decision. Even though Mike Tyson began his career very early, at the age of 19 in 1985, Muhammad Ali had already made his last retirement years before to Mike Tyson's 15-year-old retirement. Therefore, it must be fairly shocking how in 1985, Mike Tyson made his professional debut. A year later, he became the world heavyweight champion. This is where the crazy of the world's most dangerous man begins to fascinate boxing fans. Although Mike Tyson made his debut at the age of 19, he had 15 bouts in his first year of the fight. This wasn't an impossible feat to accomplish because Iron Mike Tyson ended his opponent's careers as early as the first round, before any punch could harm his body. As a result, Mike Tyson had the fitness and wellness to go again and again, which he eventually did, which is why he became the world heavyweight champion. Muhammad Ali was already in his mid-40s by the time Mike Tyson clinched his first world title in 1986, aged 44 years. And anyone who knows something about Muhammad Ali knows there were already complaints regarding his brain injuries that eventually culminated in the Parkinson's syndrome that he suffered till his death. By the time he was in his late 30s, he had started struggling with vocal stutters and trembling hands while the time the video was recorded. Isn't only known the reason for Muhammad Ali's use of a protective headgear gives a clue Mike Tyson must have started his professional career as at the time of the footage and Muhammad Ali was already encountering problems with his brain. As a result, it was necessary he used a headgear to protect himself from further damage. However, for Mike Tyson, it wouldn't really be about the headgear, rather it would be the honor and privilege of having a sparring session with his idol and role model in the footage. It was evident that Iron Mike Tyson was less aggressive than he would normally be as he was being cautious of hitting Muhammad Ali too hard. It wasn't just about them. It was about the history of boxing gracing a ring for a friendly sparring session rather than a fight. It must be the most remarkable and noteworthy sparring session ever. And it wouldn't be an exaggeration if the ring and gloves are archived and kept in a museum. It didn't matter that Muhammad Ali was past his prime because it meant everything to Iron